Malik, no Moss for right now. He has been so graciously available to let us interview him and dovetail into his life and what's going on. And
it seems like my time is important.
It is very important. And future endeavors and things of that nature. So, for those who may not be too familiar, let the people know a little bit about you and who you are.
Malik Boyer.
Government.
That's who I am. Yeah. No, that's who I am, man. And I'm what you see.
Okay, so
well, however you interpret it, that's what I am.
That's what you are.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Give us a little bit about your childhood and growing up in Philadelphia.
Sheesh, I mean, everybody else's story. Majority of everybody else's story. Mm-hmm. My story was a little. I had my mom and my dad though, okay. So I was like probably like one of the dumbest kids ever. No, the school smarts, I had that.
You just bad as hell, pretty much.
No, I was dumb because everybody was telling me growing up, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And in school, even in juvenile placements, my nickname, the staff used to call me Wasted Potential. Because I used to smoke all the tests, but I just never wanted to do nothing. I'm not raising my hand, I'm not doing nothing, but I'm going to just pass all your tests.
Okay.
What the, you wasted potential, what are you going to do with your life?
So pretty much they saw something in you that
I'm saying
you had to grow into the
I say I was dumb because nothing steered me to the streets. Now that I look at it, mm-hmm. It was like mom, dad, great family environment, mm-hmm. had the intelligence, the understanding, whatever, to reciprocate whatever I was taught. You know, I can take it in and give it back. So, what the fuck did I do that for? No, really. What you think about, I was like, why did I do that?
So you pretty much, like you said, you just
I don't have a story where it was like, I had to grind, we was hungry.
Right. None of that.
I don't have that story.
You just acting up.
I don't have I don't remember starving. Like, I don't remember not having nothing to eat in the fit. It was something. Like, it was always something. You see what I'm saying? Right, peanut butter and it was always something to eat in there. I never had to, like, so it was like, I just wanted to, I guess. I guess I felt like I was built for the streets.
Okay.
That's why I went out there. I wanted to prove that I was built for it too.
For no reason.
For no reason at all. Because it's like, y'all, these dudes is built for it. I'm built for it too. They can't beat me because I was always a fighter. Mm-hmm. So it was like, man, if they in that joint and doing that well, I know I can do better than them. That's probably what it was.
So pretty much he had way too much time on his hands.
Yeah.
Way too much time on his hands.
Probably.
So, we were talking behind the scenes, and I did ask you for your permission to talk about a touchy subject. So I'm gonna move closer to you right now, just in case. And we talked about this already.
Hope I got that under control.
You'll be okay. I'm here for you if you don't. And we were talking about about your parents and how the passing has affected you. Because there's a lot of, people out there that may be going through the same things where, like you said, they came from a good two-parent household and they had parents in their life. Right. And that was their backbone and their support, and it's no longer there.
Right. My mom, the connection that everybody has with that mom. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So everybody can, like, I don't know if you ever lost a mother, then you might lost your mom, then you can, but if you didn't, you ain't never lose a connection that you never, this the connection that you never gonna have with nobody else in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that. I told you I was gonna get a little emotional.
I did. You see why I got closer to you?
Now, I'm skipping past that.
Now you skipping past
that, right? Okay.
But wait, but thank you for at least even going to that point. But I definitely...
Yeah, because you're never going to have another mother.
No.
You spent 9 months in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That connection is different. So I don't understand people that don't honor their mothers. I don't understand them.
We already had that conversation on the back end.
I don't understand it. But my dad was more like, I'm just now getting it because it's like, I never gave him the credit that he deserved. around is nobody but dads.
Right.
I never even gave him the credit of being there because he was on drugs. So you're on drugs and you there. Like, dang, you had to be one of the strongest men ever.
Right.
I'm like, he was weak because he was on drugs. Nah, he was on drugs and you was there.
Right, because he had that option where he could have just skated.
So we never had the connection that we were supposed to have because I was looking at it wrong. So that kind of hurt me too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I don't like talking about either one of them.
Well, thank you for at least touching on it.
Yeah,
just a little bit for
me. Yeah, but people sit aside of me. Because I let this shit
flow.
I ain't ready to stop. You hear me? I'm going to let this shit come down. If y'all want to see a man cry, let's keep going on this subject because I'm going to let it go.
The tender side of you. So, your brothers. Let's talk about your brothers for a little bit. With them being in the situations that they're in right now, how has that affected, or if it has even affected you guys' relationship?
Of course, it affected the relationship. They're not here.
Right, but in a sense of, has you guys' bond become stronger? Did you become a little bit more distant?
What is
just
distance?
With everything.
What is distance?
Distance in the sense of, you know, you got a lot of people that...
No, I'm saying I don't understand distance because they my brothers wherever they at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We always going to have that connection.
Right.
So, I don't really understand distance when it comes to family. We got the same blood. You could be anywhere in the world. You're going to have my blood. We're going to be brothers.
But you got some people that's not... Just because y'all brothers and y'all have the same bloodline doesn't make the bond and the loyalty as strong as it should be.
That's why I got to give my dad credit because he was there. So my mom didn't have to struggle. We didn't have to go into a program, and that we all was there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my dad kept us together. That's what we always come. You know what I mean? We grew up in the same house. Of course, we fought, but
right.
You know what it was at the end of the day. You should be able to fight your bro.
You should be. And then hug a man through it.
Why you calling your brother?
This is true. So,
I mean, growing up as kids, like as grown men, I don't think it's no reason for grown men to fight. It's like, come on now. Y'all can't come to a common ground. Like, come on now.
Yet it happens though.
It do, but
it happens.
It do, but like, come on. I don't think that should be we can't talk to each other. We can't have disagreements without like,
Right. So how was Ed? As far as just
good.
like health and
mentally,
yeah,
he good. He just living. He doing him. You know, he gotta live there. That's what he doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wherever he gotta live at, he's just gonna live. You know what I'm saying? So he just living. He don't really call. That ain't really his joint. He probably call a queen. You know what I mean? I don't know. He don't really call us though. He call. You know what I mean? If something gotta get taken care of, then he'll call. Like he need me to go check on his son or something like that. Other than that though, he's just chilling. When I talk to him though, it's never like bad spirits. Like you can tell that he smiles. You know what I'm saying? He's smiling like right. Yeah.
He said right.
You know what I'm saying? No, because people might. I need some verification. Like he smiles. You know what I'm saying? He seems very.
We text all the time. We just talk about current events and all that.
This is Rock. Just in case y'all hear this extra voice and you like, who is this talking? This is Rock. The camera just not on him yet. Yeah. But okay, so now without really indulging too much into, you know, his case and everything, just to skim the surface of it, how is it, you know, looking for him so far?
He lost. We're gearing up for round 2. We waiting to get sentenced.
Right.
I mean, we kind of knew that as you know, the system. You know, we kind of knew he was going to lose. Them people don't come to get you for a win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, they trying to guarantee it. They trying to guarantee their win. So.
Right.
You know, we did the best we could with what we had, and you know, round 2.
So again, another topic and conversation that we were having behind the scenes. When it comes to the percentage in the population with the prison system, especially when we'll talk about ours, Philadelphia, to be specific, because we're from Philly.
That's what I really know about.
Right. What's your take on it? As far as especially with a lot of things with the reform and with a lot of people, what they're trying to do in order to change the systematic views and thinking of, this mass incarceration with a lot of our black men?
It's the difference than genocide. When you're in jail, you're not on a census. You're not on what it's called, the census. What that's called, census. Census. You're not like a part of. You're not counted. Right. You're not counted, which means you're dead.
Right.
So what's the difference?
And you have a lot of people, in which I do agree with, a lot of people that say jail is just pretty much your modern day slavery.
Of course it is. When they freed the slaves, that's when laws came.
Right.
And when they locked them back up, they put them on the same plantations they just freed them from. Right. The whole system was, come on. Right. I don't want to go into that. We talking for hours.
I don't want to go into that. We talking for hours.
We talking for hours. The bottom line is, listen, the bottom line is, stop putting yourself in a position to go there. Like, we know what it is, but we still like, fuck it, I'm gonna take this chance for money. Money ain't gonna get you shit in this world, man. I mean, if you, whatever you want, it's gonna get you what you want. I ain't gonna lie. Whatever you want to get, that's what it's gonna get you. I ain't sit here trying to preach to y'all. My whole thing is, if you do something, it's loss. You see what I'm saying? This is what they got. They feel like if you break them, they're gonna put you in this place. You see what I'm saying? But the good thing they do is they tell you everything you do that could get you in that place.
Right.
So they do. So if you look at that shit and say, all right, I'm still going to do this anyway, you can't be mad when you go there. It's the decision you made. And maybe you felt like you had to make that decision at the time. But if you don't have to make that decision, because sometimes the means justify the end. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, if you're in a situation where, and I don't know nobody's situation, so I can't say, but if you are in a situation where it's like nothing else left to do, and it's like, it's drugs right here, it's people buying it, that's what I'm going to do because my kids got to eat. Not knocking that. Feed your kids.
Right.
Feed your kids. Don't unnecessarily just throw yourself in there, though. You got to understand what you're doing, though. The longer you're in it, the better the chance that you getting locked up.
Right.
Because you did it today, boom. You go to sleep, you beat it. You wake up, do it tomorrow, you're taking a risk again until you go to sleep. Wake up, you're taking another risk. One of them days you gotta feel like, all right, I can do this with this money now. I don't have to take that risk anymore.
Right.
It's like it ain't even rocket science. Everybody making it rocket science. It's like that is a place I don't want to be, so I'm not gonna do the things to get me there. That's it.
But yeah, it is so simple when you say it. Sorry, I'm being fat now. Now I gotta move over. It's so simple when you say it, but so many people just do the complete opposite. So many. Like you said, okay, take yourself for example. You said, you did it and went into the streets just because, what? Boredom, probably. Right.
See, the thing is, we creatures of habit. That's what we are. So we keep, for example, if I hang my jacket up right there every day, you sitting here, you see me hang my jacket up right there every day. One day you came and moved that over here. When I walk in, I'm gonna throw my jacket on. I'm not gonna pay attention to that because I know it's there. I've been doing that over time. Right. So we have to teach our kids, not program them. Like if I'm telling you something and you spit something back to me, that's programming, right? That's what you do to a robot. You put something in a robot, the robot do exactly what you put in them. That's programming. We need to teach them. If we teach them and we teach them young, because once they program, it's so hard to unprogram. It don't make no sense. But before they get programmed, they could be taught. It's just nobody teaching them. You try to teach them once they already. No, they got to figure it out on their own once they grown.
I agree 110%.
They got to figure it out. You can't teach them. You can't teach them.
Yeah.
They got to figure it out on their own. We're going to be going back and forth. Next thing you know, you done killed me about this.
Right.
My intentions wasn't to die about this, about giving you some knowledge. You ready to kill me about it. So it's like, no, you're grown. You got to figure it out. You got to figure life out. Like I had to. And we go my path. We got to bring us back together. Then we get back together.
I agree. I keep switching my eyes. Sorry.
I'm making you cry.
No. I keep being like, oh my God, I feel like I got an eyelash in my eye. He's like, well, I'm making you cry. No. But no.
Let it out. Let it flow.
Yes, I'm crying because I came in and I said, dang, I need some water. And then he cracked a fresh one, a whole 1 liter, and took a sip in front of me and then had the audacity to say,
I'm not drinking no more of this.
Damn.
I'm putting this to the side.
I just opened this too. Maybe I should have gave you some.
She didn't never ask. And that would be in the novella.
You don't say, right?
If y'all know what a novella is, look it up. That's what that would be, because where's the proof on that? Show me the proof.
Said it 5 seconds before we started.
Show me the proof. Did you record it?
I should have. I should have, so I can have receipts for that ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Right now you have it. You're just weaving the story, and I'm here to tell y'all that didn't happen like that.
So wait, look, you got me all hot and bothered. My bun leaning to the side now. I'm thirsty and shit. All right.
Come on, it got to be a water somewhere.
That's all right. You just owe me one. Just remember after we finish.
Yeah.
So, a close friend of yours, King Lord. And once again, I know that this is another touchy subject.
I'm starting to think that you just wanted people to see me cry.
No, I don't. I promise I don't. That was not my intention.
Touchy subjects. Come on.
You made a comment and you said, yes, this is something that I would love to talk about because I want people to know how much he was such a beautiful soul. So.
Who you was talking about?
King Lord.
King Lord? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lil. I always called him Lil for some reason. No, for real. I should have called him what he told me to call him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he felt like he was.
Right.
But, yeah, that guy was like misguided, man. But he had like a great soul. And his joint was what he loved too hard. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because as I'm talking to him, he like, man, I don't even be happy. Like, he ain't really had beefs. He just loved who he loved. And that aligned him with certain people that, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he did have a beef, but, like, he knew who he had a beef with. But the whole city had a beef with him because of who he was aligned to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was like, damn. And I'm trying to, like, tell him, like, that you on a Chicago wave, man. Why are you throwing people? Like, nothing really good. I don't really think nothing good gonna come out of throwing nobody that's dead. I don't think you're gonna ever. You see, and I used to try to tell him, like, don't, why you keep doing that, man? Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, it hurt me. It kind of pushed me in a way that direction that I was going. Because that kid, he taught me a lot, man. Because I knew he was a great guy.
Right. Just
misguided.
Right.
And I felt like I was a great guy and I was being misguided. So I said, you know what I mean? Because when you see a great guy misguided, every time you see a great guy that's misguided and something happened to him, and you look at yourself as great, you got to look at your guidance now. Because if I'm misguided, I'm going to meet that same...
Right, that's same fate.
Same fate. So I think that's what kind of pushed me.
So in a sense of giving you also life teachings that you can now pass on.
Yeah, because I feel like he taught me something. That's why it was a great spirit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not physically, he didn't tell me nothing, but it was like his spirit gave that to me. I feel like it's a great spirit.
I keep telling you, you're an empath. I said this to you before. An empath. People that can feel people's energy. Spirit.
Okay. I know you just told me something. I never knew what that meant.
Listen.
Empathy. But empath.
Right. See? Thank you, Rob. They talk. See, I'm the only female in the room, and I'm saying stuff.
Understand.
And Leek like, what?
You gotta understand.
Is that a word?
Before
what
this,
are you speaking?
Somebody taught me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Nobody taught me that word. I haven't been taught that yet.
That's good. It's a good thing to have. It's a good thing. Nothing wrong with it. So, now to be done with the serious stuff.
I got through it, but almost though. Y'all came close. I know they heard my voice cracking.
You had a little frog, little tadpole.
I ain't know you just ain't go for enough. You would have kept going into it. I couldn't hold it. Nothing to do.
Tell us what OBH means to you in the culture.
In the culture?
Yeah. When I say the culture, I mean the artistry.
OBH was really supposed to be it for Philly rap, because you never had a group of guys like this before. Like, you had a bunch of group of guys, but there was a lot going on inside. You never really had people like a group of guys like family, the concept of love, and you know what I'm saying? That was moving. Because people seen that strength they tried to tear it down. So they start saying rumors, these guys is this and these guys is that. Nobody that ever met us, actually, before you knew Ab, did you know Ab?
Before I knew Ab what?
Before you met him, you ain't know him, right? After you met him, what impression did you have of him?
Just a good dude. Like,
Nobody ever meets us and leave with a bad impression, but everybody gonna be like, they killers, they this, they that. Who? Ask somebody who have I killed. Ask them. Somebody can tell you, maybe. But it's not the people that's talking. Y'all can't tell them. Ask them.
Right.
Ask them who he killed. Ask the people that tell you if I'm who I am. If they say I'm this, ask them who have I done that to. You know what I'm saying?
So where do you
Where's your
think,
proof?
or how do you think that stereotype came along?
I don't know. It may came from truth. It may came from not. But my whole thing is, I just said ask. If they tell you, then you gotta.
Did you hear the may not?
My thing is,
Rock
no,
laugh when you said that.
because I only said ask. Ask. Just ask that question. You need to ask that question because they might be telling you something that they don't know, and they might be telling you something that they do know. If they do name somebody, then it's like, all right, now I can take it. But if they don't, then what is you? I can't take that from you. Who we killed?
Okay. Listen, I was
Which they not gonna be able to. I'm not into that.
We're gonna move to the next
We
question.
brought negativity into this positive conversation. This positive conversation. I don't know how that crept in there.
I did not know it was gonna go that way.
Next question.
All right, we're going to the next question. Pandemic hit last year. And actually currently still in, but at least it's much more manageable music wise. I spoke to a couple artists before and asked them this question too. How did the pandemic change the way you did music? Whether it be with, did it make you stronger? Did it make you more focused on your craft? Or did you kind of
To be
just...
totally honest, it didn't change nothing.
Okay.
For me, I always been slow with everything. Like, I'm a fast learner, but I move slow. I talk slow. I got up slow. So everything was already like coming at a slow and steady pace for me. So when everything slowed down, it just slowed down to my pace. For real.
Okay.
So I was just cool.
Okay. So nothing really changed then.
At all.
Let's talk about this Lik Moss challenge.
Lik Moss challenge that nobody won.
How you gonna say that nobody won?
Because everybody did great. If you felt like you did your greatest job,
you gotta at least give them an A for
how
effort.
could you tell somebody they lost if they gave you the greatest version of themselves?
I mean, everybody has opinions though.
But I knew nobody wasn't gonna be better than me. So I just wanted to highlight everybody's talent. Somebody gonna say that they could do that better than me.
Okay, so that's what I was about to ask
That's
you. What
where it
made you
came
come
from.
up with it?
Well, it wasn't a thought. It just happened. Like, I was on live. I was playing my music. You know, I'm snapping as I usually do when I hear stuff. Like, when I hear the things that I be saying, sometimes it amazes me. So I'm like, dang, this guy. And this is what I'm doing. So
Damn, this guy is good.
So
sexual chocolate, ladies
well,
and gentlemen.
you better know it's nothing. You hear me? But no, I'm like, I'm, and they like, you ain't, I could do that better than you. You have to prove me. You see what I'm saying? You can't tell me that you can do something without proving it.
Right.
I will upload the beat and show me that you can do it better than me. And it turned it to the Lik Moss. Rock engineered it. It turned it to the Lik Moss challenge.
It did. And you said there was no winners. I mean, what about a runner-up? No? A little bit? Like first, second, third?
There was a lot of hot people, man. It's so many different styles. It's so hard to pick. You know what I mean? Because I like this for this, and I like this for this, and I like that for that. Like, so I can't really, if we can combine them all, combine my favorites, it'll make the perfect joint. But
is it any, and not to like, you know, pinpoint to anybody, because like you said, everybody was, you know, a bunch of people that actually did the challenge. But is there any that kind of stuck out to you where you was like, that one, this one's alright?
97 Nell and Ruga Raw. Right? Ruga Raw and 97 Nell.
Okay.
It was like it hit me. Ruga Raw, I seen his talent. Like I acknowledged it. I understood like, man, he's good.
Right.
97 Nell, it hit me and punched me. Boom. So it was like these two guys. I brought 97 Nell back. They voted 97 Nell off. I brought it back because it resonated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I like how you just like, oh yeah, it hit me. Boom. You see that arrow? That was nice. I'm not messing with you no more.
You gonna make fun of me.
He said, ooh, it hit me. Boom.
Ain't that something?
And I fell, but I jumped back up, spun
around.
around.
I've been nothing but respect for you. You want to clown me?
No, I'm just messing with you. I don't want no trouble. I don't want to become one of those rumors that may or may not, as Rock laughed when you said may not happen. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm one of the goddamn rumors that's spreads around.
I'm just saying prove it, but no.
That's cool. So what can we expect from Lik Moss right now in the future?
Greatness.
What projects?
You can expect melanin excellence.
Melanin excellence.
Should I make that a project? I might make that a project.
Melanin excellence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I might title that. I was going to title it Out of Hibernation.
Okay. Then you're going to do melanin excellence.
You know they call me the bear. You know what I mean?
Just make sure I get my credits as the muse on it because I asked the question. You said melanin.
Okay.
Excellent.
Melanin.
Rock. Put it in your phone. Don't put your phone away. Make sure you add that in there too. Okay?
You the muse.
Thank you.
Can you explain what that is?
Inspiration. The inspo. No? You know what? Rock gave me a thumbs up behind the scenes. You know that shit ain't going on there. Look. They hitting on me right now, and that shit ain't even funny because I'm on the camera.
No, he's not.
Two more questions, and then I promise you I'm gonna let you go because I know right now we in the studio and let you get back to you. As far as the whole OBHD, can we see more as a group effort in the near future?
Of course, Dark Low sent me 4 records last night.
Okay.
And whoever else, my whole thing is, like I said, I can't force nobody.
Right.
Everybody's welcome.
Right.
Everybody is welcome. Come on.
Do you feel as though it's starting to be a division? Or not? I'm not going to say starting to be a division, but become more divided.
You gotta understand, Ab was the energy that brought everybody together. You see what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't friends.
Right.
But everybody was friends with Ab. You know what I'm saying?
So who is now there to to carry that torch and to be that energy?
You trying to push me into a position?
That's a deep question. That is a deep question.
But then I gotta look at what kind of energy am I? You know what I'm saying? What kind of energy am I bringing?
But listen, somebody gotta carry the torch.
And I'm with that. And I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. But me being the strong male that I am, you really have to be a strong male to be around me.
Right.
Not I'm not saying it in no type of way, but I'ma see weakness, I'ma sense it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I see nut stuff you're not gonna be able to do crafty,
right.
You gotta be a man to be around me. You can't be afraid to tell me if you know what I mean? I'ma sense it, dang, he's scared to tell you he's a pussy. I'ma see it. Excuse my language, but I'm just saying, you really have to be a strong man. If you're not, then I don't suggest you do it.
Right, but I agree. Don't get me wrong, I do agree. But at the end of the day, still, somebody has to be that energy. Somebody has to be that light. Somebody got to be the one where say, hey, listen, if this is what we originally stood for, and like you said, everybody has their own paths at times.
I understand.
But sometimes you still got to come back together.
But I hate breaking down my thoughts, but I'm going to do it this time. When I say that you have to be a strong man to be around me, that shouldn't stop nobody from coming around me. If it stopped you from coming around me, then you don't even feel like you're a strong man, and you definitely don't need to be around me.
Right.
You don't feel like you fit that criteria, you definitely don't need to be around me. That shouldn't move. My friend, me saying that, none of my friends or my friends shouldn't be like, oh, I can't be around him no more. If you thinking that, then you don't think you're a strong man.
Right.
Then you definitely don't need to be around me. That's why I said that. I wasn't really trying to, you know what I mean?
Okay. So pretty much just go be here. You see how he tried to spin me? Rock, you heard him. Don't laugh in the background. Rock been laughing this whole damn interview. Just I spin the whole question.
Everybody can't understand. Sometimes people need a novella to understand.
Yeah, romantic damn novella word.
So I had to give it to him. A romantic touch. I had to give him a romantic touch.
Okay. last but not least, and this is the question that I want you to think hard on before you answer. We were talking about youth and those who, as they're coming up and trying to figure their way out and figure out who they want to be and how they want to achieve certain things, may see you as that kind of path or guiding light. So for those who may be in similar situations that you were in and you've been there before, what's some words of advice?
Live your life. Duck the streets. If you can't duck it, escape it. Honor your mother, honor your queen. And just live your life. That's all. Don't go to jail. You ain't gonna be able to live your life if you go to jail. That's stopping your life. You're dead in there. So live your life.
I felt like you was getting a little tender at the end. I heard that little voice in your voice.
I wasn't. That wasn't one of them times.
That wasn't it?
Live your life.
That was the smooth voice? That was like the WJJZ voice?
You have to stay a part of life to live your life. You
This
have
is
to
true.
be a part of it. You can't get taken going over. You're not a part of this. So you have to be a part of this first. Learn how to be a part of this life, then live it, man. And honor your queen. Honor your mothers.
I definitely think we need more of that. And again, not to delve too much into politics and things of that, but I think it was a really good conversation that we had when you were just saying that a lot of the youth is just lost because they don't have those prominent figures to kind of be like, hey, let me school you on a few things. Not to program you, but let me educate you and teach you. If you do it, these are the two outcomes that'll happen. You make your choice and make your decision. Because a lot of those prominent figures we don't have anymore. And like you said, it's a small gap until when you can teach. After a while, if you miss that window of opportunity, that shit's done. That's done. So with that being said, I definitely want to thank you.
Thank you
for doing this interview with us.
I loved it.
You
I
loved
enjoyed
it?
it 100%.
He loved it.
I got to release some things. But no, you ain't take me far enough to release it. You should have said release it.
Hold up.
I see it coming out. Release it. Why is you holding it back?
Hold up. But
you
you
should
just
have kept going.
But wait.
But you knew it was best for me.
But
you knew
wait
it
a
would have
minute.
been good if I released
He
it.
pretty much in so many words or less said, okay, shut up. We ain't about to talk about this no more.
You
Because
knew
what
it
he
was
say?
best for
Okay,
me.
next
You let
question.
words trick you.
You
Why would
next
you do
questioned me about 40
How you
times.
How you
Next
know
question.
what's best for me and then let my words trick you? You knew I needed to cry.
This is my new
Ain't that something?
This is my new friend now. As usual, you can check us out on our YouTube page at Philly Fame. You can hit me up on IG at _Philly Fame TV. And you can also, you want to give me your handle, Lik?
Lik Moss _OBHGG on Instagram and everywhere else.
Thanks for tuning in.